That sucks. That always sucks when you when the ball's coming for your head and you don't drop the bat and it's a foul ball. What a lesson in life. Drop the bat. Oh man. What's up? What's up? Yeah, that's a strike three right there. What's up? What's up? We doing live as I bake in the sun. Baking live. Ooh, my sun's up. Stay in the box, buddy. Gotta stay in the box. Skills matter. Skills matter. That's what I wanted to talk about today. We'll wait for a few people to jump in here. Skills matter. Of late, I've been feeling unskilled. I didn't even say it. I've never. Stay in the box. Crowd the plate, man. The coaches are not even talking to him. Jesus Christ. I can't. Why? That's all the energy I needed. I get everything I deserve. It's all a testament of my patience. And it's never just one person. I wish it was just one person. It always comes in droves. I always have instant anger towards a group. Groupthink. Well, how's everyone doing today? I'm in the park. I'm at a baseball game, Little League baseball game, trying to end this spring out. And, I like to just have a conversation. Nothing too over the top. Pretty mellow person, at least on YouTube. I was just thinking about skills before I got on here. And as I'm watching this baseball game and the conversation I was having with my son prior to the game starting, there's a lot of self-sabotage. Like he has self-sabotaged himself. He was asking me about bunting. So usually I'm not even on the radar. When we make it here, he doesn't want to have the open conversation with me. I'm usually not on the radar as far as giving some pointers or trying to tell him what I observe. And we got to the game a little bit early. He didn't get an appropriate warm-up because for whatever reason they just don't do that. And he asked me about bunting. And I was confused. Where did they put him at? Okay, he's at second base. Yeah, he asked me about bunting. And I was confused because I take vocabulary very serious and the skills that are attached to that vocabulary. right? So like I guess I'll take it from my vantage point. From my point of view, that's a bad shit crazy thing to say to me right before your last game of the season, to ask me about bunting as if it's going to bring you some relief, like right now, 5 minutes before the game starts. So I entertained it, and I say, uh, okay, give me the bat, I'll show you. So I was showing him how to square around, and he asked me, well, is 3 balls and no strikes a good time to bunt? I said no. uh, you got to force the to call a strike. You got to force the pitcher to throw a strike. So if you don't have any strikes, you lead off. Do it early in the count. You don't really understand it. It's worth a shot. He just underestimated the fact that it was a skill. It was just an add-on. It wasn't like a fundamental skill. And I get very frustrated at all of these things that, granted, the way we played, growing up was different, right? We played any and everything. I can't name a sport that I wouldn't engage in. And this is not about like the generation you grow up in. It's really about skills. And when you're forced to do a bunch of different things, you're going to learn skills that you don't even know you have, right? You're going to be able to observe things from other people that you're picking up. And that's how he came across bunting, because we don't watch baseball, but he's seen someone successfully bunt in the previous game, and it sparked his interest. Well, here's the thing. Why would you want to bunt if you suck at base running? Why would you want to bunt if you situationally just don't understand, like you can't think on the fly of what's going on in the game? That's not the time to just add something to the repertoire. It's a little frustrated. So then I just saw his first at bat, and it felt like he went up there thinking about bunting, not hitting. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with me for a second. I don't know how long I'll be live. If you had a question for me, please put it in the chat. If you want to throw some comments, say hi. I have to do a better job of figuring out where I lost my way with the live streaming as far as the interaction. Maybe I'm selfish, I don't know. But somewhere along the line, things have gotten screwed up, and most of the times that I go live, we don't really have much engagement. So I have to sit down and do some soul searching and figure that out. The lurking is cool, but I don't think it is. It's turning over into anything of significance for me, and the numbers prove that. Speaking to skills, let's just have a theme here. And I just saw, right before I went live, I just saw a members only live of Craig Smith, my favorite YouTuber, on No Jumper. And to watch him getting that opportunity, I'm sure it was pushed on through another comedian, Doughboy. I said Go Boy. That'll be one I haven't heard before, Go Boy. but it's a comedian doughboy. Oh my God, Little League Baseball. There's a character named, comedian named Doughboy, who is cool with Craig Smith and, helped him through that opportunity. I heard Craig Smith's name mentioned a couple weeks ago, and for it to happen is truly a testament of skills. And I'm just in awe to see continuing to pound the pavement and to see the yield like in real time. A lot of the creators, I would say there's a higher percentage of creators that I've already seen them, as they were big channels. Um, there's not that many that I've seen, go from catching them at 10,000 subscribers, which is not a small channel, but 10,000 during COVID when everyone was looking for content and the YouTube streets were just, flooded, so to speak. Um, that's different than now. And I saw him go from 10,000, now he's definitely above 100,000. So just, I'm in awe to see the skills progress. Sorry, I was just listening to something in my ear. So, I hope everybody's well. And those who may catch this on the replay, thanks for, keeping up the support. It means a lot. I did make it to 500 subs. Sometimes the milestones, they're not on the other side of them. They're not filled with as much anxiety that goes into reaching them. So I haven't mastered that skill. I would love to keep the energy up, keep it high, but it's hard. It's hard when you really don't get much feedback. So on this live, I might go live later when I get home. We'll see, but I don't feel like standing here and kind of baking in the sun. So take care, everybody. Peace.